From Wednesday, January 21st to Saturday the 24th, Upper St. Clair High School's German Club went on an educational trip to New York City. Students had the opportunity to sightsee, visit museums, shop, and enjoy the Big Apple. We talked to senior and German Club president Maggie Hua about the early planning of the trip.
The idea came in to go to New York around the end of last year, and during the summer, Frau Baird, who's a sponsor of German Club, and the officers of German Club came together and met a few times to discuss the itinerary and what we should do in New York, the cost. A lot of planning went in. We talked to Metro Tours, who kind of regulates the whole school tours thing. And then once we got to administration, got our itinerary approved, then we could get people to sign up for the trip.
German Club sponsor and language curriculum leader Frau Baird discussed a change in the eligibility of the trip.
It used to be only German Club, and that was the shift this year because I now teach international studies too. The original intent was that German students would see that there's a lot of German stuff in the United States, that they would realize that German immigrants were the largest group, compared to popular opinion perhaps, and that they would see how they could have German experiences in the United States. Then it sort of expanded a little bit still while it was just German stuff, when we realized there was so much international fun stuff to do in New York. So I thought, why not put international studies into this? Because we do different countries, we do the international. It's not going to hurt them to learn about Germany, but we'll just add more international stuff to it too.
Besides dinner in Little Italy, a visit to the 9/11 Memorial, and the Museum of New York City, many other attractions stood out to students. Senior students Maggie Hua and Taylor Smith shared their favorite parts of the trip.
I really liked going to the top of Rockefeller Center because it was really, really pretty that day, really sunny, and we were able to see across all of Manhattan, New York. And we took a lot of pictures, and it was fun to be really up high. And I also really liked the Ellis Island Ferry because it was also really nice that day too. It was a little cold, but we were able to get pretty close to the Statue of Liberty and be in the water.
We got to go to the UN, the German mission, and Stomp. Stomp was probably my favorite. It was like this show where they used a bunch of different objects to make music, and they didn't talk at all, but it was really cool.
We went to the United Nations headquarters, which was really interesting because they had a lot of cool tours, and we had a tour guide, and sort of she gave us a overview of what people do at the UN, and there are several different rooms for like General Assembly or debates and whatnot, and it's really interesting to be in the same building as world leaders and also a lot of famous people who gave speeches and wanted to promote a cause and so on and so forth.
Cramming so much into so little time, USC's German Club successfully accomplished an international trip to New York City. This has been Fran Capetta and Jenny Park for USC Update.